History remembers kings, conquerors, and crowned heads. But what if I told you one of Europe's most pivotal battles was won not by a man, but by a woman whose name has nearly vanished from the pages of history? This is the story of Adelheid of Tyrol, the forgotten female warrior who changed the fate of a kingdom. Our story begins in 13th century Tyrol, a rugged alpine region at the crossroads of Italy and Austria. Europe is fractured. City-states rise and fall, and royal families wage war for control. Among them is King Rudolf of Habsburg, eager to expand his influence. But in this chaos, a young woman rises, not from a royal court, but from a noble family with a legacy of resilience. Her name, Adelheid of Tyrol. Born into a noble house, Adelheid was no ordinary woman. Unlike others of her time, she was trained in diplomacy, governance, and even the art of war. After the death of her husband, Count Meinhard II, she took control of Tyrol, refusing to let male rulers divide her lands. But ruling was not enough. When her territories were threatened by the ambitions of King Ottokar II of Bohemia, Adelheid raised an army. Yes, a woman, leading men into battle in a time when women were barely allowed to speak in courtrooms. Adelheid forged an alliance with King Rudolf of Habsburg, an alliance that would reshape the power balance of Central Europe. Their united forces met Ottokar's armies at the Battle of Marchfeld in 1278. While Rudolf led on the battlefield, it was Adelheid's strategy that brought Ottokar's forces to a vulnerable position. Her spies, her scouts, her calculated delays, all laid the groundwork for victory. Ottokar fell in battle. His kingdom crumbled, and Tyrol became a vital part of the rising Habsburg Empire, all thanks to the quiet brilliance of a woman history almost forgot. So why don't we hear more about Adelheid of Tyrol? Simple. She was a woman. In the patriarchal world of medieval Europe, her contributions were downplayed, her records buried beneath layers of male-centered history. Her role was repackaged as mere support to Rudolf, when in truth, she was the architect of Tyrol's survival. Even her descendants rose to become kings and emperors, but rarely did they mention the woman who secured their throne. Today, Tyrol is part of modern Austria and Italy, a prosperous region with a proud history. Few residents know they walk the same land ruled and protected by a fearless female warrior. Adelheid's life reminds us of countless women whose leadership shaped history, but whose stories were neglected. She governed, defended, negotiated, and ruled with unmatched wisdom. In her biggest victory, she proved that leadership is not defined by gender, but by courage, clarity, and conviction. In a world where power was taken by force, Adelheid earned hers with vision. Though history tried to erase her, she lives on in the foundations of an empire, in the echoes of a battlefield, and now in our memory. Next time you hear of Europe's mighty empires, remember the woman who helped build one, stone by stone, battle by battle. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this forgotten tale of European history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more untold stories of the past. Drop a comment. Should Adelheid be taught in schools? Let's talk about it.